Now imagine this. There's no power, no water, no food, no help coming. The grid is down. That's right. No lights, nothing. Society as we know it is put on pause or is permanently down. Alright guys, so this is not sci-fi. This has actually happened across the world, many different locations, and in present time. Grid power outage going down. So with this video guys, I want to show you how to prepare not just to survive a long-term grid down situation, you know, barely hanging on, but to actually thrive. So in this video, we're going to discuss some of the things that you need to be stocking up now and getting familiarized and training with before the grid does go down. So guys, as we know, humans can only survive 3 days without water. Some will debate that. That's cool. Whatever it is that you want to do, you go ahead, start a YouTube channel. Without clean drinking water, everything falls around us. All right, you have to have clean drinking water to survive. You can go weeks without food, but you cannot make it weeks without water. So stock up with water containment systems, and way of purifying the water for drinking. We're going to go and discuss what you need to be getting, everything from rain barrel systems, water catchments, water filters. So first up, water barrels, water catchment systems, okay? Rain barrel systems have been used all over the place. You can either get a 55-gallon drum, or you can get those big, huge totes, like 120, 200-gallon totes. Hey, I'm all for either one. I will tell you this much: when you're collecting rainwater now and you don't really need it, you need to cycle it through. Like down here in Florida, rainwater collection will eventually turn algae. All right, you'll have to clean this stuff out. You have to cycle it through, guys. Water purification tablets is a go-to for me. I use that out in the field a lot because some of the water I come across doing my outdoor survival, I do not know if it is safe to drink. Those things are worth its weight in gold, especially during a grid down situation where there is no clean drinking water. Water filters, portable jobs, I like them. They're good for bacteria. Life straws, I'm not a big fan of, because if you ever had to use one, the amount of pressure sucking that you have to suck the water through that life straw, well, to each their own, okay? I can get a Sawyer Mini for the same price, and I just squeeze the water through, and it lasts up to like 100,000 gallons with a back flush system. But that's only good for bacteria alone. For a long-term grid down, guys, you need to be looking at better water filtration systems. All right, either it's going to be a activated carbon core with a ceramic outer filter for one of those like a Berkey style, or like we've done videos on the Ford Patriot cooler system, something like that. Gravity fed, it just seeps through, clean water coming out. Or you can get the little fancy reverse osmosis with hybrid filters, like we just recently did a review on for ITEHIL, where I filtered out coffee water and urine into drinkable water. So, choice is yours on that. As a prepper, I try to cover as many bases as possible. I know those systems will filter out heavy metals, chemicals, pesticides. To each their own on that. These are just suggestions. I encourage you to look at them. So, rain catchment systems. I have my notes in front of me, guys. Sorry about that. Rain catchment systems. If you don't have access to natural water, you know, like retention ponds, streams, I shouldn't say retention ponds, streams, creeks, ponds, you need to have tarp systems, stuff like that, things to catch rain off your roof, collection of water when it does rain. Now, that is not the end-all be-all, because I've seen it rain a little bit and the water I collected was like a half a gallon. Not enough to sustain your life. Now, they say that you need only 1 gallon of water per person for survival. Now, I actually teach outdoor survival. I go through a lot of stuff, but I'm not a medical profession. So make sure we've got that clear. From my experience and doing all the training I've done, 1 gallon of water a day is enough to keep your organs functioning. In other words, you're alive, but you're not thriving. Out in the field, during the summertime, I go anywhere from 3 to 5 gallons of drinking water a day. That's how hot it is. Now when grid's down, you don't have air conditioning. You don't have climate control in your house. Your house is turned to a hot box. And you're going to be sweating. And you're going to be doing stuff. You're going to need clean drinkable water. And I tell people to have more than just that 1 gallon of water on standby per day per person. You need to stock up. Water filtration is probably your best thing, and also water collection. Next up, guys, calories is currency during grid down. All right, build a pantry that can last up to 3 months, and then start building on top of that. That should be your first goal, is to have a prepper pantry, something that you know you have enough food to survive on for you and your family up to 3 months. Once you safely got that, you can take a little bit of a breath, but you need to move forward. I want people to have a year's supply of food. Now that's a lot of food. Stockpile food, guys. Rice, beans. This is Mylar. We use, sorry about that. I hurt my shoulder throwing a cast net yesterday. So we use this arm, which is my bad shoulder. This is Mylar from Wallaby. We use them. We're part of their affiliate program. Great product. We use rice, beans, pastas, flour, sugar, anything long term we put in that. It lasts, I mean, rice and beans can last up to 20 to 25 years with a oxygen absorber. You can also vacuum seal your bags. All right, now these particular Mylar bags are not vacuum seal bags. These are just for the oxygen absorbers. There are Mylar bags out there that you can vacuum seal, but let's say that you don't have the money to invest into that. You can also get the food saver bags. Make your food last much longer. So rice, beans, oats, pastas, canned goods, yeah, we're gonna love it. Corn, green beans, spaghetti sauce, and yes, I've done many videos on spaghetti sauce, guys. Cans out of date as far as Best Buy. As long as these things are rotated out and not just shoved in a closet somewhere, it will never rust out. It won't. All right, so canned goods, meats, canned chicken, Spam. Yeah, I got food everywhere. I love being a prepper. Canned ham. There's all kind of food that you can stock up, and I encourage you to stock up. When it comes to fruit and vegetables, guys, yes, absolutely. I've never had a can fail because we cycle our through. We use our food. The stuff that you see back here, this is mostly for our studio. So I can show you guys, hey, we do what we say. That's not all the food we got. So canned goods is your next move. It's cheap. Your flour, pastas, rice, beans, your first stop. Next, canned goods. And I know the prices are going up. I know, I see it all the time too. I shop at the same places you guys shop. Actually, probably not. I shop at Walmart, and people give me hell over that. But I get more bang for my buck. So, checking my notes here. Freeze-dried foods, last 20, 25 years shelf life. You can get the powder stuff from Augason Farms, lasts up to 10 years. There's all kind of food out there on the market. I've tested all kind of different ones. MREs, well, good for about 5 years, all right? Please do not store them on the garage floor. I've had people contact me about that they've had bad MREs. They've had them out there in the garage for 10 years or 3 years, and unless your garage is heated and air conditioned and part of the central air unit you got in your home, temperature changed dramatically out there. I've seen them freezing cold and extremely hot. You don't want to store food in fluctuating temperatures. All right, you want to have it in a controlled environment. All right, when you're stockpiling, you want a controlled environment. You want a steady temperature, or your food will go bad early. Cooking oils, yes, you need to have cooking oils for sure. Matter of fact, we just got finished frying up some skate, having flour, salt, sugar, cooking oil. Oh yeah, it was good. Fried up meat. Oh, it was delicious. Energy foods, honey, salt, sugar, also for preservation. Stock those up as well. They give you that nice little boost. And also honey also has medicinal principles as well. But get it while you can. So we've If you guys are new to the channel, we also run a greenhouse and also have our own garden, so get non-GMO heirloom seeds for gardening. Learn how to garden. Just because you got the seeds doesn't mean you're prepared. I fight my garden every day. All right, so you need to be practicing that as much as possible. But yeah, get seeds stocked up too, and a manual can opener. Get you a couple of them, because I've had them fail before and break. All right, get you a good quality one, because you're gonna hate yourself later when you're sitting there trying to jab a knife through a can and split your hand open because of something stupid happened. So definitely get that. Now, power. When the sun goes down, don't let your world go dark with the rest. All right, solar is your friend. It really is. I use solar. We have our own solar grid. It's independent of our home. Okay, you can tie it into your home if you want to. We have an independent system. In other words, we always have power available. We can go out and plug into it, turn on our inverters. We have power. Alternative power gasoline generators, yes, they work great. They are extremely loud, and you're limited on how much fuel you can stock up. Okay, and also that noise is going to bring in a lot of people that don't have a generator, so you'll be dealing with a threat there during a long-term grid down situation. Solar generators, love them. They're limited, but they're portable. I'm all for them. They work great. Also, batteries, you need to stock up. A lot of our equipment is chargeable by USB ports with our solar grid, so we don't really have to have a lot of AAAs, AA's, and all that stuff type of batteries, because most of our equipment, just like our solar lanterns and stuff, it uses solar. Also has a wind-up handle to charge it up as well. You know, we started moving more in that direction, so we didn't have to stock up a whole bunch of batteries. But batteries, we'll discuss that later, is a great bartering item during grid down situations. So yeah, batteries is on the list of stocking up stuff, especially if your your headlamps and your flashlights require them. You're gonna need them. Oil lamps and wicks, yes. Price of oil and stuff like that, you know, it lasts a while. It's up to you on that if you want to do that. Candles, oil lanterns and stuff, hey, I've got nothing against it. The propane heaters and the white gas from Coleman, those lanterns and stuff, they'll last a long time. I will say this much, using those white gas equipments from Coleman, you gotta vent out your space. I got sick on my 21st or 22nd birthday. I went camping, and I was born in January, so there was snow on the ground, and I was freezing my butt off. So I fired up my stove, and I fired up my lantern. Just try to heat the temperature in the tent. I nearly killed myself, carbon monoxide poisoning. I woke up halfway in and out of the tent, vomit everywhere. And no, I wasn't drinking either. It was just, I gassed myself out. So be careful with that. Hand cranked radios and flashlights. Like I said, our solar lanterns and stuff use hand crank. Definitely encourage you to get those, especially hand crank radios, so you can kind of hear what's going on and what's being said. As preppers, we don't really trust 90% of the stuff we hear on the radios and television anyway, but in an emergency situation, it'd be nice to know what is being moved around, or if help may be coming. I don't put much stock in help coming during a full grid down situation because it's too vast. You need to be preparing and protecting your own. Next up, guys, is hygiene. Yeah, all right. Disease spreads fast when sanitation fails. That's just it. So stay clean, stay alive. You need to be stockpiling up toilet paper, wet wipes, feminine hygiene products. You've got to get this stuff put together. All right. If you're a guy, yeah, you don't need any feminine hygiene products, but it could be a bartering item later. Trash bags. A lot of trash bags, guys, because sanitation is not coming by to pick up anything. Now, there's going to be a lot of people burning trash. There will be. It's just going to be nasty out there. It really will be. Bleach, disinfectants, absolutely. Bleach is great to have even for water purification. So bleach, definitely have on hand. Portable toilet and bucket systems. I've actually done videos on making those portable buckets to use the bathroom, and we actually took a bunch of those down to Fort Myers after the hurricane when we were doing hurricane relief aid down there, and handed those out, and they went pretty quick, having a place to use the bathroom because you have nowhere to go. Soap, shampoo, toothpaste, absolutely. First aid kits, yes, train with your first aid kit. Don't just get one from the store. Most of those are gimmicky. Build one, get a good trauma kit, and learn the equipment. Also stock up your antibiotics, medication, painkillers, whatever it is that you know you're going to need, stock it up, okay? It's like today, I had to go take some ibuprofen because the shoulder is killing me. When everything's gone, yeah, that's going to suck. Next up, guys, self-defense. All right, everything from defending your home, barricading it up, and also having defensive tools. Desperate people do desperate things. That's just it. I've seen it during relief work before. I have seen the comments where everybody will come together. That is bullshit. All right, I have seen people turn on everybody, and supposedly loved ones too, when it comes down to the last bit that they need over anybody else. The reason I say this, I've done plenty of aid work. I've seen people snatch and grab and take off running, where I was just standing there waiting in line to get something. No, they were more important than everybody else. So when shit happens, yeah, they're going to come for stuff. All right, so check your local laws on self-defense tools. Remember, right now, the grid is still up. Society's still running, so be careful what you stock up. Now, when the grid's down and there's society's collapse, fair game. You do whatever it is that you need to protect your family. Work on home defenses. We've done videos on door lock systems. Dooorricade, we're affiliated with them. It's a great system. We actually have some in the house itself to make safe rooms, just like fallback positions when things go down. Barriers, get cameras up. We have cameras. Don't rely on Wi-Fi cameras, that connect to your phone and stuff like that, because when the grid goes down and cell towers go down and your phone doesn't work, you're not getting access to that footage. You need an actual closed circuit camera system, stuff that can be run off your solar grid. It is freaking awesome when the power's out. I can throw my cameras on at night and I can see with IR everything moving in my yard, and I can position those cameras wherever I want to. I love it. I freaking love it. So having that bit of security, something to look at, guys. Now, getting into bartering items. We had talked about this briefly before. People have vices, all right? During stuff like that, alcohol, absolutely. Cigarettes. I am funny about ammo. I know everyone talks about ammo and stuff. I really don't want to give a potential aggressor ammunition to come take my stuff. Lighters, matches, stuff like that. Things that people won't have much access to, or they don't have, or things that run out. Be a good idea for a bartering situation. Water filters, you can stock those up too. That's a good bartering item as well. So we get into skills. Preps run out, skills don't. First one, learn to garden. All right, and I get it all the time. Well, I have seeds. That's great, but if you're not proficient in gardening, you will have a lot of failures. Your stockpile of food is to cover you between your garden season. It's also supposed to cover you when you had bad fishing trips and you haven't been able to find anything when you went hunting. That there keeps you alive while you're trying to do the rest of the stuff. Gardening is very difficult, guys, and I encourage everybody to start now. Go to the store, get some seed packets, plant it, learn what watch a lot of videos. I'll tell you, there's a lot of information out there what you should do and should not do, but you got to experiment, because when it comes down to it and you have to have this stuff and you fail, now your family's going hungry. That growing season before harvest, it takes time. First aid, basic medical skills, like I briefly talked about. You need to know how to use everything in those kits. So you need to be learning that. Cooking without power. Yeah, you need to know how to cook off, a fire pit, bed of coals. We have alternative power. We have the availability. We have gas stockpiled up, propanes for propane stoves. We have all that stuff, but you need to know how to do it without it. Okay, eventually stocks run out. So you need to be able to start a fire. I've done videos countless times on using a bow drill, magnesium fire starter, having many different ways of creating fire. Eventually, that lighter is going to go out. They do. I've had them bleed off before. Learn the skills. Also learn some basic repair stuff. Get your hands dirty. Learn how to fix pipe and stuff like that, PVC piping. Learn how to work with your hands. All right, guys. So prepping isn't fear. I hear it all the time. Prepping is actual freedom. Start now, start small, but you need to start. What would you do if the grid goes down right now? Power's out. This video just gone. You know what? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for me. I really would appreciate that. I just want you guys to be ready, because when things go down, no one's coming to help you. You're reliant on yourself. All right? Try to reach out and build communities, but safeguard yourself on what you have. You don't want everybody knowing what you got. I know. I'm a YouTube prepper. People know me. Yeah, I put myself out there, but I've been able to teach, educate a lot of people. The people that watch my channel pretty much know, don't come to my house. It's not, unless you're part of my group, it's not a wise idea. Anyway, guys, be safe out there, and I'll speak to y'all later.